All right, what's going on, guys? Willis Gaming here. We are back with another Division 2 video. As you know, Title Update 9 will be releasing on April 21st, which is Tuesday. And when you're watching this video, I'm going to be going over all of the patch notes which they actually released. So if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like. I'm also giving away a copy of Warlords of New York every single video. If you'd like a chance to win, this isn't required, but if you want to support the video with a like, that'd be awesome. Let's try and get 1,000 likes on this video. That would be sweet. And if you want to, obviously make sure you leave a comment, as that's where I'll be picking the winner. Winners from the previous video will be announced in the Discord, so make sure you're in the Discord as well, discord.gg/Willis. And also, if you'd like to support the channel further, you can also consider becoming a member. And we're going to have a bunch of benefits soon. So anyone that gets membership on the channel this week, I'm going to have some secret rewards for you guys, the first few people who actually buy membership. But with that being said, let's jump into it. So I don't want to just shove a web page in your guys' face, so I'm just going to basically show, I guess, the interesting stuff in the Title Update 9 patch notes. There's probably going to be some gameplay in the background. But yeah, updating from 8.5 to 9 is going to be approximately 10 gigabytes. So if you were to install the game, instead of it being the 70 gigabytes, which it currently is, it will be 80 gigabytes, depending on the platform. So they're adding a new thing called exotic reconfiguration. If you're not aware what this is, you will now be able to upgrade exotic items to level 40, as well as re-roll their attributes with the new reconfiguration system available in the crafting bench. And you can also find out more about this in a video I did a few days ago, which I'm going to leave in the video description down below. But yeah, game balance, exotic talents, named items. So they are changing the exotic Sawyer's knee pads. They are getting reworked. So you cannot be staggered by explosions. It will increase total weapon damage by 3% each second you are not moving, and this will stack up to 10 times, and stacks are lost when moving. This exotic only provides defensive attributes and no brand bonus, so this now has potential for high damage and makes it appealing in both red and blue builds. A developer comment on this was, the old version didn't provide enough engaging gameplay. This change should help with that. The Imperial Dynasty is getting a buff. This is being reduced cooldown to 35 seconds, down from the 40 seconds. A developer comment on this, this buff is better to compensate for the lack of brand bonus. The Dodge City Gunslinger, I think this is the holster, reduced charge up to 30 seconds from 50 seconds. Another developer comment, this buff is to better compensate for the lack of brand bonus. The Diamondback looks like it's been completely reworked. This will now grant all shots guaranteed crits for 5 seconds after hitting a mark. The developer comment on this was, the Diamondback is underperforming and this change should make a bonus a bit more exciting. I hope there's a lot more changes for the exotics, because holy Jesus. The Merciless and the Ruthless buff. Explosion damage increased to 1200%, up from the 900%. Really cool. The developer comment was, explosive damage doesn't scale with crit stats, so boosted to compensate. The Lady Death will no longer enhance turret skills. The Bullet King, the base damage is now the same as the non-exotic LMG version. I'm pretty sure that was a nerf. The exotic attribute roll quality. So all exotics will now roll at the highest possible minimum roll, regardless of the difficulty they are obtained in. Exotic items can still roll higher than the minimum, but minimum rolls are now higher. So they've changed a bunch of talents. Tag Team has been reworked. The last enemy you have damage with a skill is marked. Dealing weapon damage to that enemy consumes the mark to reduce active cooldowns by 6 seconds. Cooldown is now 4 seconds. Does not consume mark if no skill is on cooldown. The Reassigned is getting a buff. Killing an enemy adds 1 round of a special ammo to your sidearm. Reduces cooldown from 15 seconds to 20 seconds. We've got the Tamper Proof being reworked. Enemies that walk within 3 meters of your hive, turret, or remote pulse are shocked. On time is 2 seconds. Increased cooldown per skill to 10 seconds, up from 5 seconds. Empathetic Resolve is getting a buff. Repairing an ally increases their total weapon and skill damage by 3 to 15% for 20 seconds, up from 10 seconds, 1 to 7% if self. Developer comment on this was, currently it is difficult to keep a high uptime in a 4-man content as non-tank players try to be safe as possible and NPCs have higher lethality, so chip damage is less frequent. Creeping Death. So when you apply a status effect, is also applied to all enemies within 8 meters, up from 5 meters of your target. Reduced cooldown to 15 seconds, down from 20 seconds. Overcharged talents now properly state they don't work in PvP. And they've changed a bunch of named items. So they've actually changed a lot here. We got the Contractor's Gloves. Damage to armor has been lowered to 8%. Firm Handshake. Status effect increased to 15%. Ammo Dump now correctly rolls 2 additional attributes. Claws Out now correctly has a skill tier core attribute roll. Now correctly rolls an attribute in addition to pistol damage and melee damage. Melee damage is increased to 400%. The Fox's Prey, damage to out of cover, lowered to 8%. The Hollow Man, damage to health, lowered to 10%. Punch Drunk, headshot damage has been increased to 20%. Send Off removed perfectly rooted talent. And for the Assault Rifles, increase the maximum roll of damage to health by 21%. Players on Stadia will not see this displayed correctly. Instead, see an increase to damage, health, and other weapon types. This is an UI issue only, will be fixed with the next update. Alright, I have no idea who is playing on Stadia in 2020. Let's be honest, massive. So, gear sets. True Patriot. The white buff armor repair lowered to 2%, 3% once every second. A bunch of main mission changes. I honestly want to read all of the title update patch notes, but there's just some stuff I really don't care about, and there's probably some stuff you guys really don't care about. But here you go. Here they all are. AI and NPC. So we got signature weapons against named NPCs. Slightly increased the damage signature weapons deals to named enemies. Thank God. I would be using my pretty much specialist 50 cal sniper. It would do damage equivalent to my friend's turret running a skill build, which is not great at all. Like, I just wouldn't end up using it. So I'm glad they're actually buffing it at least to named enemies. I think it should be all enemies. So elite NPC damage against player skills. So reduced damage elite NPC deal to player skills. Tank sprint speed reduces sprint speed of tank archetype from all hostile factions. Thank God, they are just absolute trains when these tanks are running at you. So NPC shotguns reduce damage of all NPC shotguns. Deja vu to Division 1. Holy Jesus. Adjusted range of some NPC shotguns, including shotguns used by the Black Tusk Russia. Thank the Lord. Status effect. Special ammo signating. Any NPC with special ammo is the same. Okay, it's not really interesting. Rogue agents. Significantly reduced the armor of dynamically spawning rogue agents. To prevent this from being too large of a nerf, in 3 to 4 player co-op, a rogue agent can spawn with an armor kit that can repair the armor up to 70%. Slightly reduce the damage output of dynamically spawning rogue agents. NPC buff allies ability change. So previously, certain bosses and bounties would magically overheal themselves and their fire team. This buff allies ability lacked clear message, so it has now been replaced with a leader overheal ability. This is the same ability that the Riker's leader archetype has. Once the boss leader is killed, all of their friendlies lose their overheal. The UI indicator of the pulsating circles inward and outward of the nameplate signals when this ability is active. Okay. Loot rewards. So, increase the power of dropped exotics to always be of the highest tier, giving the highest minimum rolls. Added Operation Dark Hours raid gear set, chest, and backpack items to the general loot pool, making them available outside of Operation Dark Hours. Lowered the number of exotic components awarded from the exotic deconstruction to match the cost of exotic reconfiguration. So if you're not aware, dismantle any exotics you don't want right now, because you will get 2 exotic components. As soon as this update drops, when TU9 comes out, which is tomorrow, you're only going to get 1. So you may as well get 2 for 1 while you can. So blueprints. Combine the skill mod blueprints of different qualities into a single blueprint per skill, scaling quality with that of the crafting bench. Yawn skills. The sharpshooter attack section is increased to 50 meters. Scoping is now enabled when using a shield. A bunch of gear fixes, a bunch of gameplay fixes, and a bunch of UI fixes that I would love to read every single one out to you guys, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it in the video description. I kind of just wanted to cover the main stuff. Obviously, they were working a lot of exotics by the look of it. Vanity Store. Fix some animation errors when playing. Yeah. So DARKZONE and PvP. probably what we want to hear. Fixed an issue causing agent nameplates to be visible at incorrect distances. SHD agent nameplates are now visible at 15 meters. Rogue agent nameplates are now visible at 30 meters. Manhunt nameplates are now visible at 50 meters. These values can change depending on the Dark Zone perks. Fixed several props. Fixed a prop that could cause players to become stuck and immune when dropping from a certain location. Very cool. So, this is actually coming out tomorrow. It's going to be 10 gigabytes. I'm assuming there's going to be some maintenance tomorrow. So if you want to download it, I would recommend getting on. Unfortunately, there is no, I don't think they do preloading on Uplay if you're on PC. Whether or not that works on Xbox or PlayStation 4, I'm not entirely sure. But that's been the Title Update 9 patch notes. Hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, leave a like if you did. Remember to leave a comment if you'd like a chance to win the Warlords of New York giveaway, which I'm going to be hosting every single video. So don't miss out. Jump in the Discord as well, discord.gg/Willis to see if you are the winner. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.